Hey everybody, and welcome back to Uru. We're back here on our Relto Island, and before I begin, I just want to show you a couple of things we've added since our last time here. We've added this dock right here, as well as this little viewer, which shows our pictures we've taken, including a few that I've taken in my past playthroughs of this game. There's the one in the Barrow Cave. Oh, you want to see that one? Anyway, that is pretty cool. Okay, so for this video, I'm going to be reading through some of these books here. And yes, I know it's more reading, but this one is actually necessary for the completion of the game. First of all, you should mention some clothing that she's given us. So I actually want to show that to you before I continue here. And that would be this, which is pretty cool. Now I can wear it with pride. Okay, now for this book here, it's called Words, which was mentioned in our previous video, at least the books of the kings. So I'm going to read this now. On the 625th month of my life, I was gazing upon the star of Ses in the sky of the age of wandering. And in the time of my birth, the star began to brighten until it became brighter than the rings themselves. And with the sun's brilliance it turned the night into day. And I beheld the fire of the Maker. And he spoke to me. And the fire of the Maker left me, and I saw only blackness, because my eyes were blinded. But his words remained. You will wait for a time, and you will watch for a time more, and you will receive the signs of things that have been, and signs of things that will be. And great wisdom will be passed through you, so that those who come after you will know that I am the Maker. You will watch for the signs of the builders, for the builders will make great things of Dunny, and Dunny will grow and prosper. But this prosperity is a curse, so the sign of the builders is a curse. You will watch for the signs of the breakers, for the breakers will make nothing of Dunny, and Dunny will die. But this death is a blessing, so the sign of the breakers is a blessing. You will watch for the signs of the grower, for the grower will see the dead tree, and the grower will see the new springs, and the grower will prune. The grower will grow the new Dunny, so the sign of the grower is a blessing. And so for one day I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 4 more days I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 20 more days I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 100 more days I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 600 more days I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. So, let's see, 125. That's 725 days, I think, which is almost 2 years. And I cried out to the Maker, How long will you make me watch and wait, for I am weary? And the Maker replied, You will watch and wait until the signs come, for you are the watcher. And so for 1 more month I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 4 more months I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 20 more months I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 100 more months I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. And so for 600 more months I watched and waited for the signs, but there were none. Yikes. How many years is that? That's over 60 years. 6. And many years had passed, and I was weary, but still I watched. And in the time of my birth on that final day, as I waited near the cavern of Roll-up, a wind blew through the cavern, and my sight was restored. And the first thing I looked upon was the stairs of Roll-up, and I climbed to the top, and looked out at the great tree of Denny, and wept. And the Maker spoke these words, Behold, you have watched for me, and now I will bless you. Today I have given you your sight, and tomorrow you will prosper. I will give you wisdom, but I will keep you from pride. The wisdom I give, you will not understand. It is for those to come. Be humble and write the wisdom that I will show you. And so on the first day the Maker gave me 5 lines of wisdom, and I wrote the first 5 lines in 5 sections, 1 in each section. And so on the second day the Maker gave me 5 more lines of wisdom, and these lines became the second lines in each of the 5 sections. For 125 days the Maker gave me 5 lines of wisdom on each day, and they were added to the sections. And then I rested. And this is how these words of the Maker were given to me. But I know not whether they are signs of things that have been, or signs of things that will be. And these lines I have written, so that those who come after me will know the wisdom of the Maker. Alright, time for the first book. Section 1. Revere the Maker, cherish the maid. Here lies wisdom. The door lies at the end of the path. Who will gather? Many. Who will finish? Few. The grower will take time. The grower will bring light. The grower will have ages. Take time and move it to and fro. Bring light and give it to the dark places. Have ages and link to them without bindings. Loud cries yet again. Can it be made? No. We mourn our loss. No one sees. In rock is where changes are found. Because of tunnels, Denny is changed forever. New events surround us, awaiting our arrival. The path to the left or right, that is the only power of man. The grower leads in the dark, while the deceiver flails in the light. The grower raises truth in the absence of eyes, while the deceiver blesses them in clear view of many. Without the grower, those who are like the grower would never learn. Without the grower, the name known by all would not have existed. Knowing the least is the path of wisdom, a sweet aroma rising up. Kings and prophets, the proud ones, have the stench of death. The passing of time brings the path to the gathered. A breach has been cut, and now the paths are joined. The giving of gifts heals the wound of the builder. In cages they weep, time and again, but without their tears, truth remains hidden. Your cry is your call. If no one will hear them, weep for us. The choices of the wise bring pleasure to the Maker. The meeting of worlds is death and life. They count years and months. A long week is as short as an age is long. There is noise where once there was silence, light where once there was not. Stone stands tall, and rock falls down, and they are watched, always, not knowing. Silence will return, light will fade, stone will fall, rock will grow again. From the shadow of the wound, history will be rewritten. The disease will spread until Denny cannot be saved. 7 they are. Though little do they realize, only 4 is seen as they see. For 7 is 1, and 1 is 7. Writing of links is a gift to be cherished. Where are our people? Who are our people? What are our people? Cry those who die on the streets. The crumbling of the walls will come from within. The stories of the destroyer will be the start of the burden. The burdened one will come from outside. The burden of the remnant will be laid upon his shoulders. Be still, and the path will be made known. What will grow? The tree of all things. Who will grow it? The grower. Pages burn. Ink spills. Is there no one to protect us? When we turn against ourselves, books will be your stronghold, and then you will die. The destroyer will cut down this great tree of wickedness. Another place will be their refuge. Another place will be their home. Dance and celebrate, for the tree grows again. 7 nameless abused, 6 called abused, 5 sent away, 4 sell to 3, 3 accepted without 18, 2 1 of 8, 1 wear color and hold paper. Poison fills the hearts of many, new air enters some. Believe. The scream you hear has no breath. Old ways are kept just to test. Curses rain upon the others from the lips of the proud. Eyes are removed, yet sight is restored. Okay, time for Book 2. Section 2. Do not trust the sons of the burdened one. They will seek comfort in their books. This is the warning of the fall. Do not seek comfort in your books. When destruction comes, other ages will not save you. Seen under bones in the jail cells, a row of keys is here. Minds are soft, hearts are calloused. In the new place, chaos reigns. Wisdom is hidden, but a storm approaches, and a new river flows. Its waters of deep red stain the land. Cross the valley of dry sand, and new blooms will appear. Wisdom is found. The action of the gathered means nothing. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain. The dam has been destroyed, and the river opened. He who unleashed its fury screams for mercy and calls for help, but no one comes. As death drowns him, it takes everything in its path. Darkness makes the righteous humble and the evil bold. Darkness comes at the end of time. Take the path upward, or those above will follow downward. Take the path of the shell. The meeting of worlds is destruction and blessing. The kingdom of Dani is not made of rock and stone, but heart and mind. They rejoice at a spark, though they never see the fire. They rejoice at a star, though they never see the sun. They honor magicians, and never know of true power. They bow to liars, because truth cannot wait. When the tree dies, there will come a new one. A grower to learn of the death, a grower to see new life, a grower to bring the gathered, a grower to restore the least, a grower to move through time, a grower to link at will, a grower to follow the shell, a grower to banish the darkness, a grower to graft the branches, a grower to join the paths. Black turns to green, red and yellow fruits emerge. And he laughs at the worm, and soon there are many. The heel of fire allows them to find the way. Evil follows the path. One will take where another left off. Vagabonds enter unknowingly. Incomplete is the task at hand. Soon there will be another. Thought not a king, the ruler dies. The spilling of his blood creates rivers in the city. He laughs and smiles and cries at him and the one with him. Another teaches, so that the choices are ours. The patient find solace in the wait, while the restless follow the path of folly. Follow the patient path. There are 3 who live in darkness and silence. Blinded are those who search for them. One saves Dani and dies at the hands of rulers. Another destroys Dani and lives at the hands of followers. There is another who both destroys and saves, both lives and dies, at the hands of both rulers and followers. While there is always strength in the hidden, There is great trust in those who live and die. The Maker uses the made who are willing. He provides a light to discern the willing from the wicked. A light in the cavern eases fear and provides comfort for the willing. A light in the cavern causes the wicked to scurry to the darkness. A new life in a new place begins for a few, full of blessings, full of good. But maturity does not come from ease and prosperity. Prepare for suffering, and growth will come. Life dies, darkness spreads. Day ends, night grows. What is this invasion? For the fourth time they come to war, to run from war, to die, to live although they kill, all of them, above whom are none, they believe. So I say again, 7 they are, though little do they realize, only 4 is seen as they see. For 7 is 1, and 1 is 7. Libraries hold the writings of man, hearts holds the truth of the Maker. Okay, Book 3, or Section 3. Section 3. Like a tree they spread, like a tree they unite. Like a tree they spread, like a tree they unite. It repeats over and over, and brings fits to my sleep, from many to one, and one to many. Pause. Hearken unto my express summons as given. Remain. Know you are meant to go through it and wait nearby. Wait. If you can be calm, the way is a simple thing to gain. Linger. Be quiet and see what's near. You can open it. Do not forsake the Maker, for the meaning of his name is only for him. Mountains stand tall. New water feeds the stagnant. Through the minds of impostors comes new life. A puddle frozen in time brings strength to the weak. Minds are forsaken, and bodies are lost. A river of blood flows from the surface. It is written in the dark. The 10 eyes do not see it. He creates alone, weary of what may come. Why does the Maker not know our choice? Because he chooses not to know it. He sees the branches of all choices. He knows the paths of all possibilities. But the pruning he has placed in the hands of man, this is the strength and downfall of man. This is how man will be measured. But it is many who will come, to revel in his joy, to hide themselves from the eyes who do not see the path. One who finds will need, one who needs will find, and one who meets the needs of another will find his own needs met. They will subdue the weak, and it will be their undoing. From above will come destruction. From above will come new life. The wound in the desert will bring forth the renewal of hope. Bring the least and expect nothing in return. The passing of time brings the past to the present. Circles are the paths that lead to walls and return to the beginning. Take time to know the faces of stone. Take time to understand the path of the shell. What will crush you? The weight of ordinances and laws. What will lift you? The wings of our hearts for the Maker. The watcher will watch for words from the Maker. The voice will speak the mind of the Maker. The giver will grant the blessings of the Maker. The destroyer will hold the knife of the Maker. The seeker will share the truths of the Maker. The grower will bring the life of the Maker. The builder will build the peace of the Maker. First there is a 1, followed by a 9. 4 leads to 10. Numbers, cut into stone. If understood, they could save, but their value is lost on the blind. Look at the time they spend trying to see numbers. There is no value in such numbers, for only after are they understood. Why do these numbers haunt us so? They laugh upon us. and reveal our weakness, in the face of the great time. Foolish men, do you think that you are the only writers? Who is the new writer? The rules are written within him. The rain starts and the tree will grow. But are you the one to start it? You did nothing but follow. The grower is the one who leads. You'll toil and strive to write ages and move stones. The path of the stone is toil for the gathered. Ink will be shared, and ink will be lost. The maker knows all the branches of the tree. The maker can send the knife or the water. And few will be greater than the grower, for the grower will know pain, and the wounds will make the least the greatest. But do not be deceived. Few ears in the low places will know the grower, but many ears will hear those who claim to be the grower. Only the ears of the new ones will hear the true grower. Do not be deceived. All right, 2 more. Section 4. In the night they walk through the streets, looking to one another for explanation, trying to understand the mourning that fills the city, and prevent them from lying down. Others ignore the wails. They feel safe and talk as though they are immortal, as they too succumb to death. They remember the restless nights. The number of the watcher is 625. It is the number of waiting. It is the number of truth. You only need to ask what has been revealed to know. A heart for the least is the path to forgiveness. Move your heart far from pride, and joy will come. A desert bird knows where to wait and watch. A desert bird knows when the storm it will come. A desert bird knows where water will flow. A desert bird knows when the tree will grow. A new 5 reign, to bring them back, to return, to unite. A new one reigns, to send them away, to push away, to divide. If more you seek, ask and then be given a ray of hope. A man pulls 10 others behind him, because he believes. Another lifeless body is thrown into the cart. Because it doubts, people line the street, watching the cart go through the mist, wondering what they should choose, and where their own body will be soon. Learn from the least, for their burden is great. A burden from the desert will build a nest in the tree. There is a circle of seasons, death and life, until a final end. The way is made clear at the end of time. Do not fear the wound. It is a way of peace in time of need. A place of patience, a place of stone. The gathered are known by the faces of stone. A place to fall, a place to be raised. The gathered will fall into the wound. Like the lilim that grow, expanding in size, but lessening in thickness. Expanding in territory, swallowing enemies and smaller beasts, but dying slowly. For what they eat is of little value, and what they consume destroys the stomach. So they continue to expand, until there is nothing left where they started. Winds of change blow from above. Feel the wind, it will move you. The little ones destroy, the little ones rebuild, the little ones remove, the little ones give back. The future is always revealed to those who wait, but the proud have no patience. Because of pride, the destruction will come. This is your one answer. What is given is proof of it. The wound gives birth to the rebuilder of pride. The wound takes the age of the rebuilder of pride. A new 5 reign, to bring them home, to return their life, to unite their desires. Rest in the light, call in the dark, sing in the time of joy, weep in the time of pride. A new one reigns, to send them away to what is good, to return them to what is right. To unite them is to what is true. A heart for pleasure is a filthy pit of binding. A heart for the Maker is a clean breath of release, for they have claimed a share of a very old order. I see the tree, with only one branch. What misery, to watch it fall and never grow. Nothing but a seed that grows slowly. Roots grow, fed by water, growing upward, only one. The remnant will live in plenty. Until a time of testing comes, the remnant will learn of the Maker, for one who learns of the Maker. Alright, one more to go. Section 5. Okay. I don't know how long it was. Do my wishes deceive me? I have never seen like this before. Darkness and tears fill my eyes, but not today. No longer do they mourn. No longer do they not realize their path. Is this the ending? Is this what I wait for? There can be no except deception. With such dreams that outweighs my own, does this end have to leave so soon? Do not take the end from me. Do not put out the least for they will save you. The gathered will tell of the path of the shell. The bound will know of the path of the stone. Words are many, but action is what is desired. The gathered will find rest when the light comes. The circle is broken. The metal melted in the fire. Strangely, the cloth does not burn. The cloth of many. It remains in the fire, and produces new life. Though the circle is gone, it has brought triumph. The dreams of the wise are a gift from the Maker. The cleft is a blessing to the gathered. Contempt is a gift from the accuser. Roll the stone to know the deceiver. They ask for it again. They cry out for yesterday. They want wisdom united under one. Never, he says. That time has vanished. Misery will be great, if that ancient place is visited again. Can a dead tree grow again? A man looks and sees death. It has been cut to nothing. There are no more branches, and no further is seen. But the Maker looks and sees life. Beneath the death and destruction, a drop of water falls from the sky, and begins the journey downward, and the roots drink deeply. With the wisdom of the grower, a new branch will grow. The burdened one will write to save worlds and save one. The dreamer will dream to save worlds and save many. The path is folly for those who toil. The path is wise for those who wait. I see the tree with so many branches, what a sight! To watch it fall and grow again. Can teeth replace books? Can hands replace ink? Can mirrors replace memory? Can one replace the many? When such things are believed, so an ending nears. The Maker listens to Denny, and he hears nothing. All of them look over you, and they do not see the right path. Follow the path of light into a new beginning. They take answers in ink and paper, and only find the truth. They take change in truth, and only find empty hearts. They follow the truth and denounce all that is within. Evil is buried as quickly as love. They study the truth and denounce all choice. Evil is shunned as quickly as good. They write the truth and denounce all that came before. Perfection is sought as quickly as evil. Seek knowledge, and you will find evil. Seek wisdom, and you will find knowledge. Seek truth, and you will find wisdom. Seek love, and you will find truth. A new river flows through the land. Its path are chosen wisely. The waters have lived through many dry lands, and are no longer deceived by imaginary images. There are some who hear it roar through the land. Some see the dark waves and ripples. Those who refuse to acknowledge that it flows are swept away by the storm that follows. Make a path to the sun, and the light will shine upon you. Make a path to the sky, and the storms will come. A new tree buries the beliefs of old. a tree of stone and power. Deep roots sustain it, roots that absorb the waters of the past, waters long forgotten, but still flowing underground, under new trees with barks of life and wings of stone. Under the sun is the bringer of destruction. To the wound, the bringer of pride returns. But the son of the sun will carry the burden, and his wife will face the storm. Give him a pen, and he will plan. Give her a pen, and she will dream. And a daughter will carry the burden of her father, and the daughter of the daughter will live in peace. Alright, well, that does it with words. So, what does all of that mean? Well, we will find out mostly what it means as we explore the next expansion pack, The Path of the Shell, which will come next time with this book here. So until next time, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button, and I will see you all next time. So until then, take care and have a great rest of your day.